Hi everyone, today we're going to take a look at a USB strip light from Auraglow. Now this is designed to go behind your TV, but you could pretty much use it anywhere. Let me show you how it works. Inside the pack you get the USB strip itself, which is about 30 centimeters, and then you get a USB connector and a little controller that basically plugs into the USB strip, and it's got a mode button and a speed button, and this thing's got a ton of modes. So the idea is that you will peel off this backing sticker and stick it to the back of your TV. You'll then plug it into the USB port to your TV so that whenever you turn it on, this light will come on and it will glow onto the wall behind the TV. That's the idea, and it actually works pretty well. But you could use it for other things. You could use it at your desk for under desk lighting, or at your bed, pretty much anywhere that you find a USB port. Now the interesting thing about this strip is that it seems to be waterproof because it's the one that has the full coating all the way around it, even on the ends. Now I'm surprised they bothered going to that, because normally you get this sort of paper thin strip with the LEDs just stuck out without any kind of coating. So this feels much nicer, and I'm sure it will last much longer, but I don't know if it really is waterproof, so I don't think you could use this outside. So connecting is pretty easy. Basically just make sure that these are all facing up and this is facing up, and then you slot it into the pins here, and there you go. That's mated, and this is ready to plug into a USB port. Now for the sake of testing, I'm just going to plug it into my power bank, turn on my power bank, and on comes the light. And you can see that it's slowly mixing through the colours. I've got this set to basically a slow colour change, which is probably what I would use behind the TV. Of course, when this is projected up against the wall, you're going to get a nice flat pattern, and you shouldn't see each individual LED. Now, like I said, it has a mode button, a speed button or brightness button, and also a colour button. So quite a lot of options here. If I try to change the colours, there's so many options here that you can pretty much spend all day going through finding different ones. There's ones that flash, there's ones that do all kinds of crazy stuff. So you can see like this one changes through the colours. If I change the speed, you can see it's now going faster, and then it's kind of insanely fast. Now the good thing with this is that when you find a mode that you like, it doesn't matter if you remove power, it will automatically come on to the mode that you last left it on, which is good because you might have to go through quite a few modes and quite a few speeds before you find the exact one that you want. Now one thing I want to show you is the power consumption. Now for some modes, for instance this sort of flashing one, you can't even read it because it's so low power. So let's go around to one where the lights are on for a steady amount of time. Okay, like this. So let's zoom in on my watt meter. Of course this is going to fluctuate depending on the exact settings that you have, but you can see that we're measuring around up to 0.5, half an amp, 3-4 watts. The most I've seen this go up to on my watt meter is 5 watts. I've never seen it go any higher than that, so under 5 watts I think is pretty much guaranteed. Okay, well I think this is my favourite mode, where it just slowly fades between each colour. I think that will look best behind the TV, so I'll go and install it and then show you how it looks. So here you can see the strip installed. It's just basically stuck on with the 3M tape, and the USB port goes into the back of the TV, and I'll turn off the lights and show you what it looks like. So the lights are now off, and if I turn on the TV, there you go. Now it actually looks a lot better in person. The camera is making it kind of overexposed, but in person it creates a really nice effect behind the TV where it just slowly changes through various colours. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.